Here's the dimensioned bracket drawing from chapter 5. And if you follow the directions in the video and the settings in the textbook, then this is what your drawing kind of looks like. Uh, okay. One of the issues is in the video, they had you apply the dimensions here in model space. Um, and with the settings being 0.125 text and the spacing of 0.4 inch and 0.25 or 0.38 between baselines, that's fine if you're printing at a 1-to-1 scale, but we are not. Our viewport is at a 1-to-2 scale. And so you can see now our text is actually 1/16 inch tall because it's scaled down, halfway. Now there's a couple of ways to kind of get around that issue, uh, but here and the way it's handled when you go to work will depend on your company and what they tell you to do. All right, but here at Chatt-Tech, we do all dimensioning or all dimension. Most of the time, we will dimension in paper space. Now that's for mechanical type drawings. So here's the same drawing, but dimensioned in paper space. If I go to my model tab, you see there's no text, no dimensions here. Now, because we drew center lines back when we created the drawing back in chapter 4, in your dimension styles, you need to turn off center marks and center lines. Da, 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 da. Right here. You need to have that turned off to none. Okay. Because when you apply a dimension, as you saw in the video, it will create a center mark on top of the one you already have. Okay. And oftentimes our dashes and our line types are not the same. So if you're drawing center lines, turn off the center line tool. Okay. Now sometimes you will need it. It's kind of beyond the scope of this class because we're hitting the highlights in a lot of things, not going very deep. But anyway, for these drawings, turn off the center mark tool. Okay, we'll go to model space, and you set up your dimension styles the same way. But now you apply all your dimensions here in model space. Now I did have to move the top view up, and I did have to move the side view over to the right. And you can do that if you double click inside the viewport to activate the viewport and put you back to model space. You can select, and you do this before you're dimensioning, but you select the objects, turn on ortho mode, and then you move it, use the move command, and kind of move the side view over, move the top view up. Okay, so you want to do that before you start dimensioning. And now you'll apply your dimensions here in paper space. The one change from the video is here, the 0.6. I moved it up to be in line with the 0.27 instead of the 0.12 because what we ended up is text on top of arrowheads right here. And we can go to properties and turn off the arrowheads, and we can do some different things. But for what we're doing, it's easier just to move that 0.6 up to the 0.270. Okay. Other than that, everything looks pretty much the same as to what the video had done. And then you'll save this file and submit it in Blackboard. If you've got questions, come see me at the excuse me. If you got questions, come see me in the lab. We will be printing some of these when you come in for your in-class assignment. So you can either bring it with you on a flash drive, or if you have uploaded it in the Blackboard already, you can download it from there. and then we'll do some of the printing there in the lab. Or if you have a printer at home, you can print it, from home and bring that and turn that in also. Okay, if you got questions, send me an email. Come see me.